today I was just wanting to showcase some Great League battles with my new Vigoroth team. It's been doing pretty good. Um, yeah, so it's not the easiest team to play, but the main goal and the strategy I'm using behind the team is Vigoroth in the lead. You don't shield anything, and then you pressure shield, probably mostly with body slams. And yeah, you don't shield, you don't switch out of the lead. It's kind of just like a sacrificial thing. Hopefully you can get enough shields, but then late end game you save your 2 shields, both for Blaziken and Raichu. With Raichu, build up to 2 wild charges and then throw back to back, and you normally bring it in after Vigoroth dies to farm energy. If it's a bad Pokemon to bring it in against like a Mudboy or whatever, then use Blaziken and just farm down with counters. So yeah, but that's generally the idea of the team. It works sometimes. I've had some trouble with it. There's some matchups that are just really bad, so because the whole team, it's not bulky at all, so that's one issue. So anyways, get on to the battles. Alright, so getting into the first battle here. Vigoroth against Azumarill. So yeah, let's go with the strategy. So stay in, throw a bunch of body slams. Let's see how this plays out. The worst case scenario is they throw a Hydro Pump and then they bubble you down afterwards. So but still, it's still fine because we'll just bring in Raichu and then farm down afterwards. But we'll just going through body slams. Best case scenario right now would be they would shield, but it's fine either way. So they're going down. Now they're in the yellow. Alright, so they go for the Hydro Pump, so they'll be able to bubble us down, which isn't that great, because then they probably have about an Ice Beam right after. Yeah, we couldn't quite get to the Body Slam. Alright, so I'm bringing Raichu. Right now they're probably throwing an Ice Beam. Or if it's another Hydro Pump, but we will shield and then farm down. Oh, it's a play rough, okay. Yeah, so shield farm down. Right now we have 1 in a 3rd wild charge, 1 in 2/3, 1 in 3/3, but we're going for the Grass Knot because they brought in a Galarian Stunfisk. That's why I have Grass Knot on it, also for Mudboys, because otherwise Raichu would be totally walled by that. So it does about half damage. We're going to switch out into Blaziken to get as much counter damage off as possible. They stay in, which is interesting. I was thinking they were going to immediately switch out. Alright, so Rock Slide, yeah. Okay, so Rock Slide does about 50% damage. So right here they're throwing another one. This will not KO. We will still be in the yellow, but it'll be low yellow. Yeah. So yeah, we're able to farm down there. And what is in the back? Oh, it's a Cherrim. Alright, so right now we're just trying to get the shields. That's the main thing we're trying to do right now. So gonna go for 1 Blaze Kick. That gets 1 shield. Alright, getting to another Blaze Kick. Hopefully get the other shield. The Cherrim with Bullet Seed is going to farm us down, so that's not great. Alright, so then a few more counters. Okay, so they threw here. They could have farmed us down, but they didn't know how much we would have. So that was a winning play for them. But maybe we would have gone into a Blaze Kick, I'm not sure. So yeah, right now they throw first, which is actually good for us because Wild Charge would debuff. So yeah, and then after that we're going to immediately throw. The Bullet Seed came in, so that damage is going to come after the Wild Charge, which isn't good, but there's no way around that. So that wasn't quite enough to take it out, and we're barely able to take it out with like 1 HP. So close match there, but Raichu with Wild Charge even resisted, hit the Cherrim for like 50% damage, so it's a win right there. 1-0 so far. Waiting for the next battle. Alright, so immediately going into the next battle, another Vigoroth versus Azumarill. So same play. It just, I mean, it'll just depend on what your opponent does to see how close they'll make this match. So we're going again for the body slams. These do add up, so sometimes they end up shielding, and that's even better for us. Right, so building up another body slam. They throw first. What'll it be? Hydro pump. Okay, so they're going for the beginning move again. All right, so we're going for the body slam. They will be able to bubble us down, but we'll be able to get their Azumarill into the yellow, probably. Yeah. So probably not quite into the red though, because counters are resisted. Yeah. So they get a couple more extra bubbles. Going with Raichu to farm down. We'll normally take what, like four? Yeah, 4 Volt Switch to KO. So we do have to shield this. It is an Ice Beam. That does about 50% damage. Alright, so we farm down. What comes in? Cresselia. Okay, so building up to 2 Wild Charge here. See if we get any of the shields. That's the main goal right now, is to get the shields. Alright, so we get 1 shield, doing a second one. We'll just get the second shield. Nope, that goes unshielded. Alright, we're going to switch out. Counters are resisted to Cresselia. Moonblast will hurt, so we do shield this. But then hopefully we can get to a Blaze Kick. No, they make a switch. Okay, so because it's a Sableye, the counters are resisted. I'm thinking immediately Stone Edge. They probably won't shield this because Sableye is kind of bulky, but Stone Edge hits really hard. As you can see, it's down in the red, and we're able to probably farm down. This is a foul play. I don't think it quite KOs us. No, okay, so alright, so yeah, we're able to farm down. We need to get the Blaze Kick off, and hopefully they shield us, thinking that it's another Stone Edge. A little bit of lag. You know that is, so hopefully it doesn't really mess it up. I don't know if it's on us or opponent. Alright, so they didn't shield that, and bring in Raichu and the Volt Switch to KO. So yeah, that lag could have cost them the match, but that went through, so even if they threw, I would have had my Raichu going in. I don't know if they were at it, but if they were at it, it would have been really close. But I think we were still able to run that either way. Alright, so that was it for the second match. 2-0 so far. Alright, getting on to the third match. See how this will go. Vigoroth against a Hypno. So Hypno has the punches, it has Shadow Ball, it does have Focus Blast, but I'm assuming these are just the punches because it's in the lead. Confusions do add up, but body slams as well, so let's see how they play this. Thinking Hypno is not something I'd want my Blaziken to see, because the confusions do super effective damage to Blaziken that is already not very tanky, so that would not be the play to bring in after Vigoroth goes down. Alright, so normally, you know, opponents do want shield advantage. I mean, they want switch advantage, so they will commit shields to get that. So here's a Fire Punch here. Do they do back-to-back? Yes, they do. Alright, so they're going to win this lead matchup, but that's fine. We're just going with our plan here. Alright, so then we bring in Raichu. It is pretty tanky, so it might take 4 Volt Switches. Oh yeah, it'll take 1 more. Unfortunately, they were able to throw before we could KO it. So we're gonna shield, Fire Punch. Alright, so take it out, and what will come in? Stunfisk. Alright, so we're gonna Grass Knot that. Will they shield? I would think they wouldn't. Yeah, it does about like 40% damage, I'd say. A few more counters. They throw a move. I think I'm gonna let this go. No? Oh, okay. Alright, that's not the... I don't know if that was the best play there. Maybe letting it go would have been better, especially considering they have a lantern in the back. Because at the time, I don't know if I knew how much it would do, but it's tough. It's a tough call. Alright, I think what I wanted to do was just keep my Blaziken alive and just do as much damage as I could with counters. But now I'm going to have my... the Thunderbolt takes us out. But now my Raichu is in versus the Lantern and the Stunfisk, and there's no way to win this when they have 2 shields right now. Because I'd have to have 3 Grass Knots, and that's not going to happen. I have 2, but the Mud Shot to Rock Slide is going to take me out, so I'll be able to throw this, but then I'll need another one, so this will just be a loss. So I think the way to play that was actually save 1 shield. If I saved 1 shield on the Blaziken, and then farm down the Lantern with my Raichu, and then I would have been able to probably have 3 Grass Knots on the Raichu to take out their Stunfisk. So that was the way to play it. I just didn't figure it out at that time. So 2-1 so far. So yeah, Stunfisk, Galarian Stunfisk, or well, Stunfisk's our problem too, but Galarian Stunfisk in the back is kind of an issue. I would much rather have it in the lead because Vigoroth does win the matchup. Pretty much, well, most scenarios. I mean, if they have like energy, it's harder, but it does well enough. All right, so right in here we could see the lead. Vigoroth versus the Galarian Stunfisk. Do they stay in? No, they're going to switch out immediately into Azu. I'm thinking the Raichu is just going to not be very good against the Stunfisk, so I'm just going to immediately switch it out to face the Azu, which isn't typically my playstyle with this. I would even stay in most of the time with the Vigoroth, even though they switched out, but because Raichu is just such a great response to an Azu. Alright, so here I'm going to build up to 2 Wild Charge, throw both. I would think they would shield. I'd have to see. Okay, so they shield once, throw another one. Now it'd only take like a bubble, a single one, I think, for their Azu to take me out. Alright, yeah. So 1 bubble, yeah. And then bring in Vigoroth, Body Slam immediately. Will this take out? I don't think it will, but I think the counters will after. Alright, so do I shield? Yeah, I do. I want to preserve the Vigoroth because it is pretty good, I would think, in the 2 shield. Alright, so they bring in a Meganium. We have Blaziken. This is great. So this is why I really like Blaziken, because it's both a fighting and a fire type, so it can deal with the grass types, as you can see here. Frenzy Plant does hurt, so I will shield there. And then throw the Blaze Kick. They have no shield, so we'll see how much this does. It takes it out, yeah, so it does a good amount of damage. Alright, so then I'm bringing my, they bring in their Stunfisk, okay. I don't know why they brought in Stunfisk, but, you know, alright. They're throwing Rock Slide. See, we were able to survive that, which is good. Throw the Blaze Kick. This will hit for neutral damage, I think, yeah. Neutral damage. Oh, super effective. I thought ground resisted fire. I guess I'm wrong, okay. I know it's super effective against fire. I guess it doesn't resist fire. Alright. Alright, so switch into the Vigoroth so that they can't farm us down, and then counter down to win. And that is the 3rd win right there. Yeah, so that would make it 3-1 so far in this set. All right, and moving on to the last game. Vigoroth against a Lapras. All right, so this is good. We'll deal super effective damage with the counters and the body slams. We'll see if they shield any of these body slams. But this is a positive matchup, which is good. It's always nice. I mean, with this game plan, I don't know if you always say you want to lose the lead matchup, but you're staying in no matter what, so you're losing a lot of the lead matchups in general. There are very few times, like only if you face like a Driftblim, which is just an absolute wall to Vigoroth, they would actually switch Vigoroth out. Some of the worst matchups you can see with this team would be lead Toxicroak. That's pretty much just like a loss for the whole team, unfortunately. Like there's almost no way to play through that. I think now that I've done it a couple times, there's only one strategy I'd use for that, which would be to bring in Blaziken and just do as much counter damage as you can. And because Raichu is just gonna die to the mud bombs, basically. Does like, it almost KOs it. Alright, so we took that lead matchup. Raichu against Stunfisk now, throwing the Grass Knot. And we're building up to the Wild Charge, and then gonna shield. I typically like to keep a Wild Charge when I switch out, so that I can have it in the back just in case. I think I also had a Grass Knot too, so. Alright, so they have a Deoxys. Gonna go for the Stone Edge. I don't think they're gonna shield this, and it will do, I think 50% damage on the Deoxys, so it'll be pretty good. Yep, gets down into the yellow. Counters. Counter it down. Who's gonna throw first? Alright, they're gonna throw first. What will it be? I do shield, it's a Psycho Boost. Okay, am I able to get to the Blaze Kick? No, I'm not. That's not great. But the Psycho Boost does drop their attack, and they're going for another Psycho Boost, so now their attacks drop twice. So I'm thinking the play now is to farm down because they still have one shield. So if I throw anything, then yeah, then I won't have enough energy. So I'm just gonna farm it all the way down, and then they have their Stunfisk, and I'm gonna throw double Grass Knot, and one will get the shield and the other will take it out. So this will be a win, as long as they can't get a Rock Slide in. And yeah, all right, so I'm able to get the second Grass Knot. And that is good game. All right, so this was a 4-1 set. Went pretty good. Yep, as you can see, 4-1, and there we go. All right. So yeah, this team's pretty good. At least that's my strategy for playing it. It doesn't always work, but you know, it does work sometimes. And when it does, I really like it. So I am now thinking about trying out new teams. So before I did have a Bastodon lead team, so I could try that out again, but it might be harder if there's more ground types and fighters around. So I'll have to see how it goes, but I'm looking into the new Season 3 teams I could look at because there is a lot of new changes being introduced, so that'll be fun. With this team, I was able to get like 100 points from 2500 to 2600. Unfortunately, after that, I did drop down to like 2550, so I've been around that range right now. So yeah, but still, I was able to get some positive sets with this team, so that was pretty good. All right, bye. Oh, and if you enjoyed the video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Would appreciate that. And any any suggestions on other teams or new videos, just leave a comment. All right, bye.